Hello, bookworms. Welcome back to the Bonafide Bookworm. I'm your host, Rachel, and if you're here to read along with me and improve your English. So, I'm so sorry that I am so behind on everything. We had the holidays and whatnot, and family, and trying to get all the things done, and got a new phone. I have finally switched to an iPhone, and let me tell you, like, the quality is insane. I feel like on the video, like, I feel like you could see all my pores, and like, it's like, when we first got HD and you go to watch TV and you're like, oh my gosh, that person, they look old. You could see like all their wrinkles and all their pores and imperfections, because we're all human. So my apologies for it taking some time to get back to the Bonafide Bookworm. Like I said, had to get a new phone. There was a whole lot of stuff with that. It was a whole thing. But anyway, we're back. That's the important thing. I hope that you all had a great New Year's and a great holiday, whatever you celebrate. I hope it was wonderful and that you got to spend time with the important people in your life. And with that, we're just going to go ahead and jump into today's story, which is the continuation of Saving Sadie. Before we get to that, we are going through like some of the laws that are out there to protect animals. And again, I'm pulling this from the Animal Defense League organization. I think I got it right. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'll put a little thing up here if I got it wrong. In 2019, there was a law passed called the PACT, and it stands for Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act. So I'm like, good Lord, 2019? Like, we're just now passing this? But, and part of me wonders if it's one of those things where it's like, other people assume it's common sense that you don't torture animals. And then it's like, as we've progressed in time, and now that we have, internet and access to things, we see that, no, not everyone has the same kind of values when it comes to animals. A lot of people just like to fuck with them, quite frankly. So I see now why it's taken some time to get laws on the books. But again, the PACT from 2019, it is mostly against the torture of animals, crushing, drowning, sexually abusing animals, things like that. It does make that a federal offense. And then and before that, in 2010, we did have the creation and distribution of animal cruelty videos, images of any kind. There was this federal act put into place that at the creation and distribution of that type of activity is, again, a federal offense even to distribute that or create it throughout different states and sharing that. So that's a good thing that they're trying to stop it. The only thing that kind of sucks about it with the PACT for 2019 is that normal practices of crushing or slaughter, if it's within, I'm not explaining this very well. If it's a normal practice where the slaughter, veterinarian practice, or agricultural practices could cause the crushing of an animal, it doesn't protect against that because I guess it could happen. I don't know. It wasn't really clear about why that's considered okay. I don't understand that piece. I might have to do some other research on a different website to quite understand that. But it did make me think, the PACT, and then reading about the distribution of that made me think of Don't Fuck with Cats. I don't know if you all have seen this or not. I had to watch it with someone to make sure that I didn't see anything that was going to really upset me, which, good to know. They really don't show what this man does to these kittens. But if you don't know about this documentary, and it's strange because I wasn't planning on doing a review today, but I guess this is a review of Don't Fuck with Cats. basically there was this man posting videos of crushing kittens and suffocating them and just horrible things. And I just don't understand it. But basically he was posting this, and there was, I think it started on Facebook. That might be wrong. I can't remember. It's been a while. But basically these people came together and they said, oh, no, 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 you are not going to get away with this. We are going to stop this. And so they became armchair sleuths, and they tracked this person down. I believe he was in Canada. They notified authorities and were basically like, hey, y'all need to do something, because again, if someone is torturing and harming animals, they're probably going to torture and harm a person. And that police force said, well, there's not really anything we can do about it. I don't know the laws in Canada. I don't know the situation. I don't know. Because I wasn't prepared to talk about this. It just popped into my head. But essentially, there wasn't anything that they could really do about it, even though they had tracked this man down, the internet sleuths. And that man went on to murder someone. So again, it just kind of reiterates the whole, if you're going to do something like this to an animal, a good chance you're probably going to do that to a person. So we definitely need to stay on top of that and not let this continue to happen. So back to Saving Sadie with Joal, Derse, Dauer with Elizabeth Ridley. When we left off, Sadie had her surgery, and she is recuperating, and Joal had to cancel a trip that she had planned with her friends, and now she's kind of worried that it's impacting her social life. It's impacting her other hobbies. It's taking a toll on her, basically. And she's worried that she's going to lose people in her life because she can't commit time to them because she is taking care of a special needs dog. So that's kind of where we're at. We're at the top of page 109, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see. It was a week after Sadie's surgery, and we were at Dr. Jody's for a follow-up appointment. Both incisions were healing nicely, and Sadie seemed to be on the mend. But then Dr. Jody dropped a bombshell. Joel, it doesn't look as if we'll be able to do the amputation next month like we had hoped, she said sadly, running her hand along Sadie's spine. Her right back leg is just not getting strong enough to support her. My mind reeled. How was that possible? Sadie hadn't been swimming for a week since the surgery to allow her tail to heal, but she was receiving acupuncture once a week, intense laser treatments on her back for pain relief, essential oil baths, and deep tissue massage several times a week, along with the diet, exercise, and supplements she was getting from me at home. The problem isn't the leg itself, Dr. Jody continued. It's more likely the spinal column. She just doesn't have enough nerve function in her lower back and legs. The damage caused by the bullet must be deeper and more extensive than we realized. I felt as if my heart had stopped. Are you telling me she'll never walk again? My words tumbled out in a harsh whisper. Everything I'd done for the past month and a half since I first found Sadie had been focused on getting her walking again. How can we give up now? I'm not necessarily saying she'll never walk again, Dr. Jody continued. Nerves can regenerate over time. The process is very slow, but it can happen. But I don't believe amputation will ever be the solution for Sadie, because I don't think her back right leg will ever be strong enough to support her body. But there's still a chance that both back legs working together, even if compromised, could become strong enough to allow her to walk. So let's make her rehab even more aggressive and then see where she is in another month. Okay, I said softly, if that's what you think is best. I was still numb and in shock as I bundled Sadie up and took her home. After giving Sadie a potty break followed by a fresh diaper, I made one of the toughest phone calls of my life to Joni, the woman who'd earlier offered us her dog's walking wheels. Hello, this is Joal Derse Dauer, I said, trying to steady my crackling voice when Joni answered the phone. We spoke about a month ago regarding your walking wheels and my dog Sadie. I'd like to take you up on your offer if the wheels are still available. I paused and swallowed hard. Looks like we're going to need them after all. Joni seemed surprised but sympathetic, and we quickly arranged the details for delivery. I hung up the phone feeling an overwhelming mixture of sorrow, grief, disappointment, and the swift current flowing steadily beneath all else, resolve. Sadie was perched patiently at my feet, looking up at me inquisitively, and I knelt down beside her, wrapping my arms around her shoulders and burying my face in her neck, letting the silky black and tan fur absorb my flowing tears. Sadie, you are going to walk again, I promise, I whispered into her floppy ear as she dropped her head and licked the back of my hand. It might not be exactly the way we first imagined, but you will walk again. I just know it. And then we're going to another chapter. So, I didn't want to make it such a short video today, but that's a good place to stop since we're going to go to another chapter. So just tune in next week. I'm going to try and get a lot of recording done this weekend so that I'm ahead of schedule and can get this book completed, and also the laws that we're working on. So wherever you're at, I hope that you have a great day, week, month, year. I hope it's great, and I hope you come back. Bye.